afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting Propagandacast with your host, Imperial Dane, Master Propaganda Hero Psych, Defender of the Fatherland, off yet an exciting 1 versus 1 on Engelwill. Between the south, we got here Aimstrong, fighting for the Wehrmacht, Germany, or Deutschland, taking on the role here of the 3rd Panzer Division. Versus north, we got Lt.Baumy, fighting here for the Soviet Union, Socialism, Comrade Stalin, and I forgot to turn on the sun again, didn't I? Yes, I did. Silly me. Fighting here, though, for the 1st Mechanized Corps, and we got here Mobile Defense Blitzkrieg and Jaeger Infantry with double Panzerfaust versus Lt.Baumy's Armored Assault Tactics. MD4 took on the start here for Aimstrong with double conscripts for Lt.Baumy. Wiring off here to prevent any immediate access towards the house from an angle. He will likely be wiring off the entrance here. We could just wire off this spot here and maybe also the entrance. We'll see. Baumy advanced aggressively out the western side of the conscripts and engineers. 3rd conscript there, or 2nd one might hit eastward, so that way part bit pressure there. German grenadiers successfully march out for the fatherland. Car TKs there, opening up on the engineers out in the open, forcing them back successfully, though they have already done their job, so perhaps not quite successfully as initially anticipated. MD4 coming up, their Aimstrong's going to focus there, though he is still focusing and sort of trying to, grab territory there. Well, sandbags being thrown down here by Lt.Baumy's men, trying to withstand the oncoming fascist onslaught. Will they be successful? Looks like it. 3rd control on the way there for Lt.Baumy. MD4 opening up the control there behind heavy covers. They should be safe unless Pets over there sticks his fat head out of the cover. Grenadiers ignoring here. He could attack head on, but the problem is that actually not very good. There's not a lot of heavy cover here. Mostly light cover, and just attacking head on could result in a lot of fire. So he could A flank or just hit the cough on him and then forcing, in this case, Baumy to come and actually falls back here from MD4 I mean, even heavy cover and MD4 take to fast for you long enough that it's going to take quite a bit of time. He can get suppressed, but it's going to take a long time. Second is being dispatched even to support the pioneers here. More wiring off here from Aimstrong, essentially again just to protect this car point. Fuel point secured. Start again there with Samus, again good position. Not a lot of heavy cover here, so it's all not going to be an easy engagement there for Aimstrong. Grenadiers concept pushed back, very good. So far Aimstrong is finding a hard time gaining any purchase of the map against Baumy, who has been using the Soviet sandbags quite effective amongst other things. But there you go, pioneers, Grenadiers might just have a chance versus the conscripts, since A, superior numbers, but also B, the MP40s of course can up close to damage, and the Grenadiers can just add sort of damage. That way go. Successfully winning in the east, but the west has so far been lost here to the Russian army. Pioneers falling back to secure more territory. They can't really fight anyways. Oh dear, might be given an attack or didn't realise it needs to fall back here. He's not grabbing the fuel point. Aimstrong, schnell! Scheiße. In the south here, MD4 dealing with the conscripts, having suppressing them, tearing into them with glee and 1200 rounds per minute. In the conscripts are grenadiers, but the good men playing to how cover the conscripts standing on there. Looks like Lt.Baumy is not realising what's going on there and getting several hits on the conscripts, forcing a retreat. Then Lt.Baumy at this stage definitely has no other chance but to retreat. Anything else would pretty much be poor unit preservation there from Baumy. Few upon them, because short grenadiers die again. Pioneers securing a bit more there as well. And Aimstrong this time going for the cuff one, I think, more directly. Though there's nothing really here from Baumy to defend the fuel points. You can also push for that. Coming in here, we have no medics up for Baumy. Oh, medics with Molotovs, I mean. He does get the medics, in fact, which is probably why my brain went there. Aimstrong there going for a 4th Grenadier squad. MD42 joining in there. Hitting the calf point for Das Vaterland. Heading northeast here with the conscripts. Back here, healing enforcement going on there, and we got the point that's secured back here. Does Aimstrong take up? He does not. So, in fact, might be he's planning here tier 3 rush. Point there being secured, grabbing territory for the fatherland there as well. All of a sudden, it's Lt.Baumy's in a bit more of a sticky situation. No support from company to sort of back up his country with the maxims here could be a bit disadvantageous, and certainly advantageous for Aimstrong, as it means he can move his grenadiers from more freely about, and of course using the MD42 successfully to support them. So falling back here, not a good engagement otherwise for Aimstrong. Good decision making there. Falling back towards the heavy cover, I imagine. No, he's actually, yeah, there we go. Back here, still no take up. Support company are finally going up for Baumy, so probably maxims, maybe mortars as well, so that way provide fast support here against Aimstrong and the 3rd Panzer Division. 1st Panzer Grenadier Company. And there you go. Double comes to launching assault on the Grenadiers, outmaneuvering them and overwhelming them more specifically. Aimstrong there pretty much is retreating. Very good decision making there. Otherwise, this fight would not have been in his favour even remotely. I mean, the conscripts just performed better up close, and there were 2 squads of them. Like, that was just not a good engagement. So, right decision making now from Aimstrong. Still no, I think, sign of tech up. We got the bunker up. So, Aimstrong, I think, is clearly playing for tier 3 here. Sandbags up here. Note the positioning. It's an interesting one in base. I mean, he can't contest the point. He can sort of protect the area here. Plus, again, no otherwise covers. This is technically strong. Plus, it's not easily used by Baumy against Aimstrong. So, it's a very interesting setup there by Aimstrong. Very interesting setup. I like it for sure. It probably also means he's just waiting for Baumy to move down here, then ambush him with the pioneers, then counterattack northwards. Which is definitely way of doing it. Baumy there going for the maximum machine gun, water cooled, and pre-World War I era machine gun. MD42 up, they got Grenadiers moving from the south here, attacking for the Svartaland. Mines being laid down here by Baumy, anticipating light vehicles. And we got a 5 Grenadier build here from Aimstrong. 5 Grenadiers. Very aggressive stuff. Definitely clinicate over tier 3 rush. And then otherwise he's going for the again for equipping them with G43, so he might be planning as opposed to mobile defense to support with Pumas if you don't push him for tier 3 but gets caught off guard by Baumy's light vehicle rush. We'll see what it ends up with. Grenadiers are being suppressed by the maximum in the west. Grenadiers going for the car pot, pushing it for the fatherland. Engineers carrying the flamethrower there. You can see the pioneers moving a bit about. They're not entirely sure what he wants to do there, but again, I think he's pulling back into the ambush position here by the sandbag, so he might even try to push forwards now, but in which case he's going to run into a nasty surprise there from Baumy in the 1st Mechanized Corps. Aimstrong with Baumy committing most of his Grenadiers to the west. He's not sending in through these. He's basically just using 1 Pioneer Squad target, and there you go. I mean, versus a single conscript, this could probably work with double conscripts. Aimstrong's, I think, chance of holding off with just the Pioneers drops massively. But you can see he's going to put eastwards here. Grenadiers moving ahead. Flamethrowers conscript opening up in return. More Grenadiers arriving here. MD42 remaining on guard for the Calf point. That does mean the fuel point itself is actually undefended. And no easy response to this since Grenadiers being commended to the east. And we got a March out. So again, very heavy tier 1 here for Aimstrong and the 3rd Panzer Division. Points being secured here. MD42 dealing with the conscripts, pin them down to the ground. Maximum flanking. Mort opening up here for Germany. Bombarding the Calf point, and Petrov there dodges it nicely. MD14 to the maximum, it's taking a lot of damage, going to deal with the conscripts. They're pinned down. Very good move there, very good move. Baumy there does see it, realises and retreats, and we got another engineer squad out since Baumy lost the previous one. Bit costly there for us, and there we go, taking up. That'll probably be a T70 here to sort of hit Aimstrong. I mean, he's seeing the heavy tier 1, very heavy tier 1, and so in theory, if like Baumy can sort of hurt Aimstrong enough, he could punish him for it, but it does depend on Baumy being able to do it fast enough to, ensure that Aimstrong, does quickly just catch up with the Panzer IV and then punishes Baumy for going for the T70. So far, the Aimstrong is now only first going for tier 2, or the 2nd battle phase, or 1st battle phase actually, which is a bit interesting. Like, isn't the initial start the 1st battle phase? I mean, is there battle phase 0 as well then? Waka. Constant hanging about there, and we got the 10% command almost down there. Baumy again could very well, I think, get away with the T70, though in this regard I imagine Aimstrong's response is going to be going for mobile defense and a Puma to counter that, and basically giving more time for the tanks. So of course, going for the Puma will delay tanks as well, but it will ensure it doesn't get overrun by the T70, which he otherwise says actually no counters for. I don't even think Aimstrong's been laying down any Teller mines, so he might be banking, I think, a bit too much in mobile defense, bailing him out. But if then mobile defense doesn't work out for Aimstrong, he's going to be in a really sticky situation then. Good harassment there though, outmaneuvering, outflanking. That's definitely also a good sign of good play there on Angerville. If you actually know how to attack the Calf points and not just, trying to just push out on the frontiers, but actually trying to sneak behind and hit those Calf points consistently. So good play there by Aimstrong. MD4 to now suppress the conscripts. And we got the maximum flanking again. We got the T7 over there for Baumy as anticipated, as expected. Maximum crew there finds a bit of sticky situation. Or MD crew, I mean. Maximum crew is the one doing the sticking of the situation. In these Pioneers running up, comes there. We got light machine guns up there for Aimstrong. Of course, telling Baumy that now Aimstrong has taken up. Also, possibly indicating he might like to be aiming for Jaeger infantry, because if he had gone for it, he'd be getting G43s by now. Constable back up to hit there. Successful defense of the eastern field point. They had a bit of a course there to Aimstrong. And there you go, forces push back going for the field point there. And the T-70 arrives here. Aimstrong's going to be in a sticky situation. We got the tech, well, further stickier situation. Tech there going on for Aimstrong. It's going to take time to get anything out. Then meanwhile, the T-70 will hit, and this will very likely force the Puma, which will then further delay any armor. So, I mean, with this, I mean, Palmer's could have a good chance of sort of really further pushing back against Aimstrong, since the Puma, of course, while nasty, the T-70 is not a Panzer IV, though it can be quite dangerous in the hands of a good player like Aimstrong. It is nonetheless still not a Panzer IV, and that could give Baumy more room to then further bring up counters, even just, further gain control of the map and push back. So we'll see what it ends up with. But so far, though, Aimstrong has seen the T-70, has so far decided not to react to it. So he might just try and play straight for the support armor core and basically take the losses from the T-70, stall as much as possible, buy time, and hope, Baumy doesn't just, secure most of the map in the process. So bold move there by Aimstrong. Bold move. That's rather high-ranked players for you. Sometimes they just like to take these risks, and again, very calculated risks, but risks nonetheless. Because again, if they can sort of, get away with it, they can generally do even more. But there you go, T-70 getting Panzerfaust here by Fritz. The Panzerfaust. That's going to keep Baumy's T-70 up bit there for a while, but still he's getting the western field point, he's getting the eastern field point. Mine's being laid down there further. Baumy's probably going to have to go for an H-16 or at least a CIS-3 field gun or two to help deal with Aimstrong's armour. Max will now hang on guard, and Grenadiers close to being suppressed, but they just avoid the arc of fire. T-70 almost good to go. Pushing up for the main rope. Grenadiers, they're opening up in the counter negative cover. Grenadiers squad number 2 making the light machines, well, they're pretty much holding in advance. And there you go, and the East Grenadiers stopped. We see that Aimstrong is basically trying to prick here and there to look for weak spots, and just basically that way trying, push back Baumy overall, while trying to present a stronger front elsewhere. But the lack of any serious counter to the T-70 makes it harder for Aimstrong, and he does have a ton of infantry still. I mean, 5 Grenadier squads is a lot of infantry for any player. I mean, that's, I would say, pretty much like the maximum of infantry squads you should consider. That is 5. And Aimstrong just went all in there with the Grenadiers. Any mistakes that could end up being quite costly for Aimstrong, and that is a lot of manpower bleed potentially. Western field recaptured once more by Aimstrong in the 3rd Panzer Division. Back here, troops in reinforcing, as Baumy is probably preparing for something, but what is it? Aimstrong closer to the Panzer IV, the Panzerkampfwagen 4, workhorse of the German army, the Panzerwaffe, the most produced Panzer. In fact, though, not the most produced armoured fighting wheel, though that was even then just, I think, with a very tiny margin compared to the Stug 3, which was the most produced. And part of it was because the Stug 3 factories got bombed, so they lost production, but they also forced them to divert Panzer IV's way to produce Stug 4s, to sort of make up for it, in part. That, and the fact that the Führer, by the sort of the later stages of the war, kept trying to stop them from producing Panzer IVs. In fact, by the end of the war, he actually set a hard cap on like 400 Panzer IVs a month. Probably they could have produced more, if not for the Führer, and again his insistence on trying to shut down the Panzer IV. First it was the Panthers, of course, trying to stop the Panzer IV production, and then it was the Stug 4 actually, interestingly enough. So some fun facts there. But the Panzer IV is there on the way for Aimstrong. Shoot, Heinz! Just ignore the lighter Panzer until our Panzers arrive, but won't we be dead by then? Maybe. The Russians are known for their marksmanship. Just keep your head down. I told him to keep his head down, the idiot. Lost Port Otto there as well. So Panzer almost done there for Aimstrong. It's Lieutenant Baumy T-70. He's saying, oh dear, wrong side of the cover, wrong side. That was really close to Aimstrong. That could have been quite costly there. That could have been quite costly. And the fights to it getting used was Grenadiers probably pop into the house, to be honest, rather than staying out there as the light machine gun team. Still, Baumy's maintaining control. He's got a field gun on the way. Panzer IV arrives here for Aimstrong. Germany. Deutschland. Continuing about here, Panzer IV could benefit from a Pinlock machine gun down the road. Got the mortar crew up here. 3 kills for the fatherland. Anchors moves into the conscripts. So now with the Panzer IV, how will Baumy react to this? Is he going to do what Aimstrong did versus the T-7 bases, just stall? And by targeting and bringing out something bigger, he's going to try and react to it now with an SU-6, or maybe just more field guns. But he can still stall with the field gun, maybe field guns, plural, while he then sort of pushes for a T-35, which then sort of put Aimstrong's Panzer IV in a sticky position, since the Panzer IV does not do well versus the T-35 due to the T-35's slightly high armor, but more importantly, larger health count. Back here, healing reinforcement on there for Lt.Baumy. MD4 chart versus the T-7 light tank, taking some nasty hits from the 45mm gun. Victory points counts actually very close between the two, with only a small marginal lead here for Aimstrong. There we can see that Baumy's chipping away, and there you go. Baumy is basically going to stall here for a T-35 most likely, to then chance the Panzer IV and of course put more threat on Aimstrong's infantry. He could in theory also go for the H-5, but I think a T-35 is better overall versus the infantry, the Panzer IV, plus it's a bit harder to kill, and furthermore the terrain in certain situations, particularly where Aimstrong is mostly fighting, is going to make the T-35 more useful due to its turret. Ooh, mine accident set off there by Aimstrong's Panzer. Great for Aimstrong, less amazing for Baumy though. We see the Aimstrong's already bringing up another Pioneer squad. It might have been the mine there, it might have been the fact that just having two Pioneer squads is good for repairing your tanks. Or there might be some other reason for it. Either way, having two Pioneer squads is generally good, and having one with a Minesweeper is pretty good when your opponent uses mines. Aimstrong though continues not to use a doctrine here. He seems reluctant to go in that direction here versus Baumy so far. Seems reluctant. Then it was conscripts or Pioneer support versus the conscripts. The conscripts do not stand a chance. They are easy targets. Got the maximum getting the MD4 chart in the open. The MD42 is in a really bad spot. He needs to retreat soon. Otherwise, that's going to be a kill there for Baumy. Maybe an MD42 for Baumy and the motherland. Close there, but it did get away. T-7 moved to cover the flank of the maximum there. Veteran 2 getting the T-7. That's bad news for the Grenadiers. Very bad news, but there you go. Maxim's all just getting flanked from many angles. They go roughing it off, almost takes it out, but doesn't quite succeed. Constantly need to retreat. T-7 needs to get a bit further back in there. He might be worried about getting rushed, and he did lose the conscript squad. Good kill there for Aimstrong. Good kill. And he's yet to lose a single Grenadier squad as yet, despite having 5 of them, which is certainly what some players I think would struggle with. Baumy still some time off from any T-35. Panzer from the T-70. Panzer moving ahead. That field gun needs to get in there. Almost got the Grenadier squad there. Wiped close. Oh, he did get one now. He actually did get one. Just as I said, he hasn't yet to lose one. He's shortly after lost one and maybe even 2. But no. Fritz there makes it back. He is back. Is feeling a bit fried. Back here, healing reinforcement for Lt.Baumy. We've also got one Sturmwick attack ready here to close down the zone for any of Aimstrong's infantry if necessary. Pushing ahead again here for the fuel point that he's loose in the east. He might want to counter-attack there and reclaim that. So far, Baumy's focused on the west. Push here. Conscripts easy targets. Panzer IV moving in. And there you go. Calling in air support to basically hold up there. Aimstrong's infantry from moving about. There we go. Strafing down with its 23mm cannons. This IL-2 Sturmovik attacks. Follow up with the second one. Further damage has been caused. With a few casualties inflicted. Now, and there you go. T-7 goes in to finish off the pinned down troops. Collapsing Aimstrong's western presence. He just falls back with the Panzer IV. Which can't fight off that many infantry supported by that much in support by anti-tank guns. Back here, Baumy's still a bit off here from the T-35 versus Aimstrong. T-7 getting the mortar crew. There we go, wiping out half of it. Very close. Fuel pump secured. Victory point almost secured. And we got here Blitzkrieg for Aimstrong, a true believer in the power of the Blitzkrieg. T-7 rolling back, noting in this case scouting mode, which is definitely catching on a lot more recon mode with the cert players. Quite a flexible ability, and of course allows you to use some of your weapons more effectively. So definitely nice to see that there from Lt.Baumy. When he's on the fire from the T-70, shots flying left and right here. Ooh, very good hit there. Several good hits in the Grenadiers. Baumy wants to keep up more pressure again, secure the fuel points a bit better. He could also consider more mines. He is short on munitions now, so he might feel like he's not quite keen on it for now. Noise Gunners can fight here with the maximum gaining veteran 2, very good. But we got continued pressure up the flank here. Going for the cuff point, maybe another points, but we got the T-7 ready to contest already. There we go. Shot fire doesn't quite make the impact it could have, but still going to slow down Aimstrong for a bit. There you go. Down to half size. And Panther moving up here, pin him up machine line. There you go. Baumy going for the T for the 45. Aimstrong going for a second. Panther 4. Almost ready to feel in the T-70. Almost ace status. Pin my machine away there for the Panther 4 for Aimstrong. Of course, once the T-45 arrives, he might want to consider investing into Stoop's assist with that. And then go Pioneers with more support. Puts quite a dent into Baumy's Eastern Infantry. Has not replaced the losses he suffered. He probably wants to consider that. Oh dear, getting too close to the Grenadiers. Panther fired off. Damaged engine. But we do have the T-45 there running fine here for Baumy for the 1st Mechanized Corps. Rolling ahead for the motherland. Show me where the fascists are and I will destroy them. And go great on the Panther 4 there from the Sis-3, going in with the T-45. Aimstrong does not have a lot of support. He's not pulling back the Panther 4 further. This might be a misclick or just back in the tension. Thought he might send further back. I certainly had a few cases of that. Smoke pop though. Second Panther moving in there, go forcing him to fall back with the T-35. Give him some good time there. Good counter attack here by Aimstrong. There go, gets the field gun due to the massive throng of Grenadiers laying down light machine gun fire edges, threatening and wiping out the field gun crew. Very good move there. He needs to somehow recover it now or risk it falling into the hands of Aimstrong, which would be a bit bad news for Baumy. Not just on the battlefield, but that may need to hand over Soviet equipment to the German army, which could get him sent to the gulags. Grenadiers are trying to get away with it, and there we go. Narrowly avoids a trip to the gulags. There we go, almost wiping out the Grenadier squad here. 24 kills. Second Sis-3 out there for Baumy. But he's now much short on victory points compared to Aimstrong. So that's certainly something that Baumy needs to be mindful of. There you go, shot bounced or missed. T-5 hanging about. He's probably just trying to keep the field gun covered so he can actually get closer and capture it. And watch more turn against Aimstrong and the fascists. But there goes the attempt, doesn't quite work out. Instead runs for here instead of there. Gets caught by machine gun easily and suppressed. Looks like he might just end up getting on the field, in which case you probably there we go, destroy it. Bit unfortunate loss there for Baumy, but better than ends up in the hands of the Germans. And there you go, using this T-7 to spot ahead. Also, this is the other field gun, very good. Denying Aimstrong in potential there for it. There we go. Good around from the right flank, hits the cup on his other points as well. Of course, good move for the fuel point as well. Suddenly, Aimstrong is much shorter on fuel than his Bolshevik opponent. Panther 4 sitting out. Well, Panzer 4s, plural. T-7 then gaining some extra kills in there. T-5 waiting repairs. Now the maximum load there for Baumy to contain Aimstrong's infantry. And there you go. Double Panther forcing up the eastern side. He might want to consider another field gun instead. Looks like Aimstrong is trying to go for a wipe with the conscripts, but decides not to push it any further just as he close to hit the road. He might be worried there's something here that could punish him if he goes too far. Trying to do some reconnaissance on the western side. Baumy there with his T-70. Panzer IV doubling back to possibly, I think he might worry that Baumy's going to try and attack his base from here. He's up the Panzer IV to be able to react to that. Could be that was what Lieutenant Baumy was trying to do. Of course, Aimstrong to do, pulling back his Panzer there from the front on the eastern side of the map. Baumy here could consider another T-35. He could also consider fuel caches, trying to still up for IS-2. Heavy tank. We shall see. But the Delta Panzer Force is certainly proving to be an issue here for Baumy, and the thing is, Aimstrong could theoretically just go for more Panzer IVs. Like, he's got 2 now, you go for a 3rd now, in which case he's going to have 3 Panzer IVs, which could give Baumy a bit of a heading. And then you go 3rd Panzer Kampfwagen on the way there for Aimstrong for the Dritte Panzerdivision. T-7 is snapping away there, 27 kills. There you go, Panzer Force to the rescue. Aimstrong strikes with his armoured fist, pushing back Baumy's T-7 light tank with ease. Guns falling back, their field guns otherwise ready to receive an assault there from Aimstrong from the German army, though it's a bit vulnerable to good flank. I mean, we've got no mines here. There's a mine to protect the base entrance, partly, but you know, there's nothing. I mean, if Aimstrong wants to make a good push with the Panzer Force, maybe a bit of infantry, he would probably do a lot of damage to Baumy. Baumy by the way here going for the H25. This was sinks more to the west side, which is good from to degree, but you still need to push eastwards eventually, since both victory points are. The other victory points are, and he's only got 1. So you can't just rely on defending the west forever. One issue 5 is going to make it harder there for Aimstrong to use his Panzer Force head on. Though of course it could encourage Aimstrong more to just try and flank Baumy instead. Keep it on his of course it does not extend, get destroyed there by Aimstrong's Panzer Kampfwagens. That I think would be a bit costly there for Baumy. There you go, Panzer moves into the T-45 field gun though, takes it directly here from the field gun, crunch mother bits, almost getting knocked out. Several nasty hits there on the Panzer IV, almost taken out. And in the west we got the Maxim holding up the Panzer IV, alongside a few well placed mines, and there you go, Aimstrong calling in air support, which is nice, but he doesn't have a particular good line of sight, so the effectiveness of the Stuka Kanonenvogel might be a bit limited, since you actually got to be able to see the targets. Otherwise the aircraft themselves will not see it and they will not react. So I mean, for now Baumy's actually safe here. But of course as soon as the SU-5 engages to take out something, boom, target acquired. And there you go, got the Panzer IV, but the SU-5 suddenly taking a lot of damage very fast. And we got air support now called in on Baumy in the south. Interesting turnaround here, I guess. Would have figured to try and maybe call in as he attacks into the east, but seems like so far there is not much concern for that. Not much concern for that. Aimstrong is not taking up. We'll have to see if he goes for a 3rd Panzer IV, maybe Stuks, Ostwins, or what he goes for. Molotovs up there for Baumy. They started just 2 conscript supports. You should probably consider at least 1 more conscript support, and I do think 3 or 2 is too little. In particular makes it harder for Baumy to actually attack and seize territory, so like, another conscript here I think will do Baumy a lot of good long term. Sneaking ahead with the 85 here, looking to maybe destroy some targets inside the base. An adventurous move there by Lieutenant Baumy. Keep everything eastwards, looking for easy targets to deal with. Okay, let's caught here by the last strafe here from the R2 Sturmovix. Almost taking out the entire squad. Oh, hits a mine right in front of the T-35. We could see another white. We could see another white. Oh, looks like maybe not. Maybe not. Aimstrong getting a bit lucky there. Yep. And then hits a mine. Down to half health. Bad news there for Baumy's tank crew. Baumy still, I think, could consider fuel cache. I mean, if he wants to go for the IS-2, he would definitely think benefit strongly from fuel caches to support there. Oh, comes caught in a really bad spot there. Forcing the retreat there for Baumy, who still is down to just 2 infantry squads. T7 can act as a spotter for any support weapon patrols with the HT5 here. That's going to pay off in a few moments as Aimstrong launching head-on assault here. That was definitely not, I think, the smartest move. There's a chance of losing the Panther 4, but no, other Panther moves in, smokes, and allows the first Panther 4 to fall back. Very good. Another Panther 4 they're aiming for Aimstrong. Just going for a lot of Panther 4s here. Nothing else matters to Aimstrong apparently than the Panther 4. North T for the farm hanging about. Aimstrong shifting his arm about there. I mean, right now would be a great idea for Aimstrong to actually just, attack up here and then sort of through here and then there, basically outmaneuvering and flanking Baumy instead of just trying to attack head on. Baumy going for his own mortar cruiser that way, blast for the fascist lines. 200 points left for the West. Aimstrong's at 413. Again, I feel like Baumy's focusing a bit too much here, and also just a bit too much in a direct attack, and not enough in harassment and outmaneuvering. Back here, healing reinforcement has taken place, leaving just a full conscript squad there waiting for something to happen. Mine's being laid down. But as you might be noticing, Baumy's still bleeding out victory points. Aimstrong's just having a nice quiet time because he knows he can just have to defend the east. I mean, it would take him some time, but he can theoretically just win if Baumy doesn't do anything to really shift the status quo. So far, Baumy has mostly been working towards maintaining it rather than shifting in his favour. Egg engineers getting blasted with the Panther 4. Almost taken out here. Lots of machine gun fire. There you go. Flamethrower tank explodes, taking poor Sergei with him. To hell. With it. To hell. No, flamethrower tank. I thought we were friends. You're never friends with fire. Ha ha ha. Fool. What is Baumy playing for? Another T for the is the IS-2. I mean, again, if he's really sincerely playing for the IS-2 now, he needs fuel casualty to really make that work. I definitely say he needs fuel casualty to make that work. T7 is one of these, 28 kills. Aimstrong's got another strafing support there ready. Baumy creeping his T5 up slowly ahead here, clearing out obstacles. And Aimstrong's actually back-teched here, for like to make a nice comes in calling a Pack 40. An interesting choice, showing he's certainly worried about the tanks and tank destroyer, but not entirely sure how much he's worried about it. It looks like Baumy's ruling out the IS-2 at least for now, going for another T-45. Probably because he doesn't want to begin building fuel cache so he can sort of realistically get the IS-2 in some kind of time schedule that isn't completely in favour of Aimstrong. 29 kills, position remaining. He needs to mortar it and sort of attack it. Maximum dealing with forces in the east. Very good, very good. Another T-4 out there for Baumy. So that's 2 of them out. Versus 3 Panther 4s. Plus an HT5. So I mean, if Baumy can sort of engage Aimstrong correctly, should have a good chance of beating him. So any mistake that could give Aimstrong their chance with the 3 Panther 4s and let's do a close air support. Ooh, getting close enough with the grenade. Maximum, they're not slowing fast enough. And there you go, forcing Baumy's maximum crew to retreat. Got the T-7 sweeping in here. Finding those certainly getting into a bit more sort of smaller skirmishes here and there. Nothing big. I mean, both sides are actually very large forces, but to an extent, either side is so interesting to maintain the status quo. I mean, Aimstrong is basically just making smaller attacks to keep Baumy's attention on the west, but looks like Baumy's finally waking up here to the fact he needs to push east. I mean, he's under 145. I mean, he's really not been able to hurt Aimstrong's victory points because he's not been bothering with them at all for some time now. So it's good to see here that basically Baumy's waking up and realizing he has to hit the rest of the bloody map as well. He has to try and wrest back control initiative because right now it's basically Aimstrong dictating, and Aimstrong is basically not making a big effort because he's got the victory points. He doesn't need to rush in there. He can just take it calmly. He can just, you know, keep annoying Baumy, keeping his attention on the western side of the map, in which case he just wins by default. So, it needs to be a change attack. There you go. Panther's going for the T-55. Shots bouncing or failing to hit. With only 1 out of 3 there doing the job. T-55 both lands a shot and penetrates. Though without the H-55's got no real way of punishing this. We've got a 4th Panther on the way there for Aimstrong. 4 Panzer IVs. That's a lot of Panzer IVs. That is I think, almost a full platoon there. You just need a 5th Panzer IV, really. On the other hand, I do believe actually a Panther platoon, I think, was roughly sort of 3 to 4 Panthers. At least some of the more later ones. D-55 moving in. One eventually 2, the other not. We can see there now Baumy's finally getting a bit more gag to it, a bit more aggressive. He's beginning to push east there. He's feeling like he might have a shot here versus Aimstrong. There we go, Panther Force moving in. We got air support calling the Aimstrong as well to make it hard here for Baumy to fight here. Needs to fall back, D-55, at least one of them is rolling back. The veteran crew realizes what's going on, just gets the hell out of there. Panther need to get out before they are destroyed by the Panzer IVs. There you go, both T-55s rolling back. You can't do this, of course, forever. He needs to just, you know, as soon as the air support goes away, to just charge in and clear out as much of Aimstrong stuff as possible. Of course, it's going to be a bit tricky. 4 Panther IVs, there's a lot of fire. But there goes. Pack is actually on the western side, on in 7. We can see the Baumy's troops in with his vets and the 3 T-7, his ace reconnaissance crew. Tearing into the Pack 40, almost taking it out there. Almost. Bit risky there, but looks like he might just pull it off. There you go. He needs to fall back nonetheless. 38 kills on the T-7. Really good work there by Baumy, keeping it alive and not just throwing it away. Panther IVs just waiting for stuff to happen. Ooh. He actually got the ace T-70 in the end. Good work there by Aimstrong. Not so great stuff there for Baumy. 100 points left. 101 well specifically. Now we're down to 100 points, exactly. Baumy attacking down with the T-55. I mean, in theory, could try and attack Aimstrong's base, I guess. Seeing them in blast, of course, in theory, like Aimstrong could do the same. And for them to flank, and there you go, Panther moving westwards here. Not going to try and directly counterattack Baumy head on, which I definitely think is the right idea here. Oh, he's struggling a bit to get all these Panther IVs through this narrow gap between the houses. We can see it back in the west, southwest, machine gun wiped. He issued 550 moving northwards here to try and counter Aimstrong's armoured thrust for the fatherland. So much fun, those conscripts. Doesn't quite land any hits though. Bit of quiet here. In the south, we got the T-55 going in, trying to take out the base, slowly dismantling Aimstrong's defences. So he gotten 2 bunkers out. In fact, there's just 1 bunker left. Meaning, in theory, Baumy could just attack Aimstrong's base through here with the infantry and everything else, just, you know, possibly try and take out the base. That'd be an interesting move there, though theoretically, Aimstrong could do the same and just try and take out Baumy's base. Though, of course, he does have mines in, could lay down northwest. Aimstrong is not mined this area whatsoever. Ooh, multiple spotted. Going for the cuff once because we got the Panther IVs bringing in 3 Panther IVs, H-55, T-55 ready. Moving the armor ahead. There we go, directing the Panther IVs take down to half in a few matter of few seconds. Now they're hitting the second Panther IV, taking that one down to half health as well. The H-5 T-55 combo is going to be quite potent here. There you go, almost got one. No, gets away. Comes to taking a Pioneer squad, leaving Aimstrong short. 1, there we go. More damage to the Panther IVs. Others trying to escape here for other routes. Air support called in again, forcing Baumy to fall back, but even then he's done quite a bit of damage. There we go, eventually 2 on the HT5. Not a single Panther Force been lost here for Aimstrong, but it has been close. It has been close. There we go. Just fine. He's careful. I mean, he's more or less at the edge here of the range of support from the Stukas. There's a chance, I think, of another peppering there for Baumy's HT5. And particularly since it's guided with the focus sight, meaning these, too slow to react, you could have a very bad time. And we got more pioneers there for Aimstrong, Germany. And another T-55 there. So this is going to be a battle of medium tanks with the big difference here, otherwise being an HT5 for Baumy. Points having secure. Panther Force in need of work most dire. I mean, most of Aimstrong's armor pool is down to less than half health. There he goes, going to take advantage, going to push in here. Should support with the HT5, but there you go, going here. Oh, both shots bounced to the Panther Force front line, that's pretty lucky there for Baumy. Pioneer's being blasted here. Pulled back with the T-55. Did not lose much time to go. We got a Pack 40 ready. He's going to lose one. The T-55. There you go. Kaput. Deutsche Panzer kaput. No infantry support here. In fact, he's got very little infantry. Made it hard here for Baumy to really punish Aimstrong here. I mean, had he had some infantry supports in there, he could maybe take that. The Pack 40 at least forced it away. And if he killed the crew, could have stolen and turned it against Aimstrong. So I don't feel that could have been handled a bit better. And victory points wise, he's not really changing the situation either. So Baumy, I think, needs to switch up the tempo a bit for something a bit more aggressive and active. Baumy, they're going for second assist 3. Blunder's Pack forming up in the eastern side, ready to take on Baumy's positions here. And simply lacking the firepower to really stop Aimstrong's counter-attack here. Now engaging Aimstrong's base directly. We've done these 5 guests of support here. Infantry company down to half health here, roughly. He's farming in as well there. He's going for a base raid. Hello. We don't see those very often. So far, though, Aimstrong does not seem to be particularly concerned about it, though. Don't worry, it's just our infantry company. It's not like we need infantry. We do. Ah, scheiße. This is bad. Almost got the bunker, but not quite. Push for the car point, easily hold here by the M42 Panther Force support as well here. 50 points left here for Baumy. He definitely needs to do something here. Got the medic bunker, great, but he still got the victory points to Baumy. He still has the victory points. T-54 for Baumy realizes he can't afford to wait for another T-45. He just goes for its cheaper cousin and gets ready to flatten the fascists if possible. Looks like he's going to make a 2-push attack here, one in the north and then a bigger one in the center. Attacking from the west. T-55 needs to roll back, being swamped here by Panther Force. Support's too slow. He's moving out the field on the H5. That's too slow. He's going to lose the T-55 here. Scheiße. Oh, mine goes off. They're damaging the engine of the Panther Force. T-55 kaput, though. T-55 6 almost done. H5 field guns moving up. Can he get the Panther Force? Except when with one with a damaged engine. There you go. Panther Force beginning. Might try and counterattack here. There you go. T-55 moving out in the open versus the 3 Panther Force. Shots fired. Down to less than half health. T-55 6 moving in. Lots of shots, some bouncing, others are not damaging the Panther 4. T-55 gets the Panther 4 with a damaged engine. Another Panther 4 of Aimstrong as soon as he can. More armoured support here though. And the infantry support final round. We've got the anti-tanks moving up. Panther 4 though. Dodges it, lays down smoke along the other Panther 4s, maybe get behind the Panther 4 with damaged engine again. HP5 closing in eventually 3. This is getting rather ugly in the south here. Maxim carrying the crossroads. He's about to lose his now ace Panther 4. A staggering loss there for Aimstrong. And down that goes. Aimstrong's forces are being destroyed here by Baumy as he now is on the offensive. The question is, can Baumy though be fast enough since he's bleeding out victory points? He's bleeding out fast. 18 points left. Almost got the Panther. We got an ace tank destroyer crew out there for Baumy and the 1st Mechanized Corps. Another Panther there out for Aimstrong. Could try and secure push for the Western victory point, which could force, of course, Baumy to have to defend more right now, which he can't easily do. Not without sacrificing offensive ability, which would of course allow Aimstrong to bleed him out either way. Since if he doesn't get that, then he's still going to keep up the bleed. So it could be a good move here. 10 points left for Baumy. Things are getting desperate. Aimstrong doing what he can to defend. He's moving up to this to contest the points. Panzer Force being fixed up. Others defending victory points. We get machine gun mortar abandoned. 5 points. 4 points. Moving in the Ace AC-5 tank destroyer crew. 2 points. 1 point. And GG, game over. Loss here for Baumy. A bit closer time, so he had a good start. But the problem was, mid-game, he just got too passive. I think he focused too much on defending this part of the map, not enough pressuring Aimstrong and Easton. Some of these old times could have. And that basically allowed Aimstrong just stall and otherwise just get time for Panther Force. Aimstrong could have been more aggressive. I think could have made some deeper flanks, maybe finished the fight sooner. But I would say Aimstrong played this pretty well. Whereas again, Baumy just played too defensively. Stalling for nothing in particular, not in IS-2s, and then when he finally began pushing eastwards, even then it was too slow and not fast enough. He could have considered smoke screen to cut up some of his assaults, and his infantry preservation also started for some issues. He didn't replace his losses either, so some issues there for Baumy as the fight went on. But there you go. Hope you enjoyed this match. Hope you learned something from it. If you did, subscribe, like, share, comment on it. This is Imperial Lane signing off for now. But back tomorrow with some more exciting live commentary, commentary in general. Cheers everybody, and see you all. Bye.